My name is Gary Delgado, and I have 5 years of aphasia. We know that people who have aphasia have a hard time for us to be able to get better. Therapy is a useful thing for many of us that have aphasia, but it's not the only thing, because many of us, the thing that's most important is our ability to think and our ability to communicate. Putting us together to talk with each other helps us together to get better around aphasia. So we got together, we found about 30 people and their partners to look at what are some things that could be helpful for us. And one of the things that we talked about was how we could use tech for people who have aphasia to see if we could get some things that are better. It was important for us to think about how we can do some things for ourselves to take some power about what happens to us for people who have aphasia.
I don't really feel like the hospitals are doing the latest things. So we could get together and talk to each other about what we could do to make it better, because then with the hospital, we could go back and say, wait a minute, you've been doing this for years, but it doesn't make sense anymore. I think that in the future, we should all be talking to us instead of us talking to just me. We would feel like it's everyone instead of just one person.
How many people after your stroke, just by wave of a hand or a nod of your head, how many think you really got enough therapy after, let's say within 1 year after your event? Anybody? None. The opposite. Okay, Craig says absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, who decides? Well, right now, insurance companies do. My insurance company said you got 20 sessions of speech. 20, I can't read, I can't write. You give me 20 sessions? But if I broke my leg in several places, I can have as much physical therapy that's necessary.
At the very beginning, when people are first coming out of a stroke and their brain is, at least from our experience, reorganizing, that's probably too early to introduce how ChatGPT could be useful, for instance.
Yeah.
But a year down the road, probably, what a speech therapist would be much more useful to be doing would be that kind of IT support that will enable people to enhance their communication way more than a worksheet would, for example. That's something to advocate for.
My name is John Chin.
I'm Madison, I'm John's daughter. Today we talked about technology, and he said I learned about a lot of new types of technology for my aphasia. Yeah. And I think in general, just like learning about lots of different types of, different formats and stuff that you can use is really, like mind-opening. And in terms of like just basic ones like ChatGPT and all that, just how you can apply that to different disabilities and how you can help, like just overall, it's really cool. Yeah, it's really open-minded, I think.
My name is Christian Rabindra. I am a graduate student at Cal State East Bay. I am in my final year, and from today's conference plan, I've taken many things, of which was one of them being the understanding there's a difference between performing therapy and understanding what the person that I'm working with actually needs. And understanding that not everything is cookie cutter based, and to make it more personable. And I am grateful that I was given this opportunity to come today and start on the right path in my own profession, and hoping that I could help many more individuals in my career. So, thank you.
We as researchers need to be more attuned to what people with aphasia are saying, both in terms of addressing the needs that they have and really hearing what they, how we can help them navigate this, both the technological world and the world of interventions, the medical system. I work as a research scientist at UC Berkeley, where we are running the Aphasia Recovery Lab. We can do better.
I'm sitting here, I don't have aphasia, but these sessions were great for me. I think I would like to see maybe adding a caretaker or family support portion of it. Like maybe even if you split up when you're having something for specifically for aphasia people, and then maybe their caregivers can go in another room and we can learn some more support techniques, have somebody talk to us or something. A lot of times, even myself, I don't have aphasia, but sometimes the doctors tell you something and you're like, you may not agree, but you don't think you should or can argue or debate with them. So it is very important, one, to stand your ground and demand the attention and what you need. And I also think a lot of people who may be by themselves are afraid. So advocacy in a group is a great thing.
The new organization that we've called PLAN makes a difference for us to work together, and we're hoping that all of us will get together to make some changes for all of us who have aphasia.